Good Tuesday to you there, Internet. I'm Jason DeRusha. Just kidding. I'm Heather Brown. I almost forgot to change that part in the prompter, but if I was Jason DeRusha on the CBSN Daybreaker, you know what? It would be a good day to be me because he's on vacation this week. It was some just beautiful, gorgeous weather. So grab that coffee and we're going to get you up to speed right on that news. But first, let's check that beautiful weather. Look at that. This morning, a little chillier on that side, but by noon, it's going to get up to 72. By 8 o'clock tonight, 76. Riley tells us the humidity will be low. The temperatures will be perfect, for we couldn't ask for a better weather week during August. Let's get right into this, though. Let's get to our talker. We've all been cooped up for months. Seems like years, seems like decades, but some of us are getting a little brave in their search for a break. Thrill seekers are tackling their bucket lists from 13,000 feet into the air. Jack King celebrated his 18th birthday. He went skydiving over Baldwin, Wisconsin. So we talked with a mental health therapist about all the people that we're seeing doing these kinds of things. And she says, look, I'm not surprised. People have been cooped up for the last 5 months, and this is their way to escape. I don't know about that. Look, that's how you're going to escape, jumping tens of thousands of feet into the air. So we wanted to know, are you doing anything crazy like this? At least crazy in my mind. If you're doing anything to cross off the bucket list over the last few months, I would love to hear it. I would love to know what you're doing because I think people are doing a lot of really neat things. Let us know. If you're watching on Facebook right now, leave a comment and we're going to read through some of those in just a few moments. It was night 2. Let's get to the news of the Democratic National Convention, which once again tonight will be largely online and pre-recorded. Tonight's speakers will include former President Bill Clinton, former Second Lady Jill Biden. Last night, former First Lady Michelle Obama was the headliner, and she did not mince words when she talked about the president.
Donald Trump is the wrong president for our country. He has had more than enough time to prove that he can do the job, but he is clearly in over his head. He cannot meet this moment. He simply cannot be who we need him to be for us.
The event included the session of speakers who took aim at President Trump, especially his handling of the coronavirus outbreak. Now, earlier in that day, yesterday, President Trump was here in Minnesota. Local business owners joined the president at MSP to talk about some of the damage and destruction that they dealt with following some of the unrest after George Floyd's killing. The president then flew to Mankato, where he vowed to take Minnesota in November.
We're going to win this state. We're going to take back the White House. You will deliver a historic victory for our values, our citizens, and our treasured way of life.
So while he was on the campaign trail yesterday, he hinted that he was going to plan on pardoning someone very important, he said today. He didn't say who that pardon would be for, but he did rule out Edward Snowden and Michael Flynn. Today marks 100 years since the 19th Amendment was ratified that officially allowed women across America to vote. The historic change came after decades of fighting for change. Now, the 19th Amendment comes with an asterisk. It's primarily enabled white women to vote. It was really the Voting Rights Act of 1965, many decades later, outlining discriminatory practices that ultimately cleared the path for women to cast their ballot. Health leaders say that Minnesota may have reached the crest in its latest wave of COVID-19 infections, but the cases have stabilized at a high rate, which has some people in the Department of Health concerned. Both the positivity rate and the hospitalizations are down from about 3 weeks ago, and experts say that could suggest the statewide mask mandate helps slow that spread. Wildfires threatening thousands of homes in California. A heat wave is intensifying the fight against those flames. Last night, the operator of California's electric grid canceled plans for rolling blackouts, and that could have left millions of people in the dark. They did not, though, rule out future outages later in the week as this heat wave continues. Death Valley and other climate news also living up to its name. It may have just broken a world record for the hottest recorded temperature in the world in more than 100 years. Temperature registered at 130 degrees on Sunday. A climate extremes committee will be formed to verify if that does break the record that was set back in 1913. Let's talk about some happy news in this morning's Bright Spot. Who would spend $299 for a cardboard cutout of themselves? Besides my 11-year-old son. spending $299 of our dollars. Dodger fans would, though. Check this out. High above Dodger Stadium, it looked like they had a pretty good game for the crowd, right? All those people in the seats. Nope, sorry, those are not fans. Fans are not allowed. Those are all cardboard cutouts. Each of them cost $299 for the best seats, $150, $149 for the cheap seats, quote unquote. Hey, a lot of people out there giving to charity. That's the great part about all of this. It goes to the Dodgers Foundation, which is donating the money to help with education, healthcare, homelessness, and social justice. And then at the end of the season, the fans get to keep their cutout. Also have some good news for people waiting to adopt a dog into their family. The Animal Humane Society has new pets waiting to find their forever homes. Shelter took in 40 dogs from a shelter in Oklahoma yesterday. Half of them were puppies. Animal Humane Society says that it sent the dogs to Minnesota because there's a better chance that they'll find a new home here.
It's nice to have some dogs coming into our organization. It's been tough here in the cities where there are a lot of people who want to adopt dogs, and we and every other shelter and rescue have not had that many for the past few months.
Some of those dogs and puppies will be ready to adopt within just the next couple of days. Right now, the Humane Society is doing virtual adoption, so you can go look at the dogs online on their website. You can find one that you like and then fill out the forms right online. We have a link to their website. It's at WCCO.com. Alrighty, let's get back to today's talker, the skydiving talker who is jumping out of a plane because you've been cooped up for a while. WCCO's digital guy, Eric, what are people saying?
Well, nobody said that they've jumped out of a plane, so that's one thing that's still on their bucket list.
Is it?
Is it on yours?
The bucket list? It is not on my bucket list.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, but whoa, look at that.
What is on your bucket list, though?
Oh, gosh. I'd love to go to Antarctica. That would be my bucket list. That would be incredible. I don't know. These people look like they're having fun, don't they? Look at them. They're smiling. They're happy. They're wind whipping their faces. What do people want to do, Eric?
I'm happy that's not me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got somebody saying that they're from their bucket list wearing pajamas to work.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Relatable.
Sure doing that.
Relatable.
Yep.
Or Crocs, as it were, right, Riley?
Crocs with your white athletic socks. I hope you all got a chance to watch Mid-Morning yesterday.
Yeah.
It's very special.
Thomas said off of his bucket list he bought a kayak.
Oh, Thomas, that's a great idea. I've seen so many people out there on the lakes this summer. It just looks so peaceful.
Tamara says visiting as many waterfalls with my boys as possible before school starts.
Perfect. That's another really good one.
And then
these.
Katie says getting our outdoor home projects like clay brick walk, cedar siding, that sounds more like a honey-do list than a bucket list.
That does, but you know what? For some people, I mean, Katie, I get it, myself included, that would be on my bucket list too. If I could get all the house chores done while this is happening. But you know what? Our mental health experts said, don't put too much pressure on yourselves. You'll all be just fine. Thanks for sharing all that is on your bucket list. And thanks for joining us on Daybreaker from CBSN Minnesota, your only local streaming news source. You can find us on any of your devices by downloading the CBS News app or go to WCCO.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.